Hi everyone, John Cottrell here of MBODY Yoga, and welcome to Soft Flow Yoga. Thanks for joining me. In our practice today, we're going to be focusing on a wonderful pose called Eagle Pose. It's a standing balancing posture. It's also a bind, but also works our shoulders. Let's get into it. Let's begin our practice in seated just to get into our breath. So first, just take a few deep breaths. A nice full breath in, feel the expansion in your lungs. Exhale to completion. Good, do that once again. Inhale, breathing in. Exhale for the release. And just continue breathing on your own, in and out. Taking this moment just to settle into the space, this mindful breathing practice, helping us prepare for our moving practice together. Feel the sensation of the breath as it moves through your body, and listen to the sound of your breath. Good. Take 2 more breaths. Let's add a very simple movement here. When you're ready, inhale, extend your arms out and up, reaching for the sky. Big stretch. Good. Exhale, extend your arms out and back down. Feel as if you're going to touch the walls on either side of you so you can feel that engagement. Let's do that again. Inhale, reaching out all the way up. Good. Lengthening through the sides of the body. And exhale for the release. Good. Now go ahead and continue to breathe and move on your own. And as you do so, pay attention to the sensations that are showing up in your shoulders, since we will be focusing on shoulders a bit in this posture. As mentioned, we're going to be focusing on Eagle Pose. Eagle Pose, which is a wonderful posture. It combines many things. It's a balancing pose. It's a binding pose, meaning there's going to be some kind of wrapping around yourself, and it affects the shoulders. Now go ahead and finish the breath that you're on and take one more. Take your time. Very nice. When you're complete, just let your arms come down to your side and relax. Let your shoulders relax. Let's do one more stretch here for the shoulders. Go ahead and start with your left arm and bring it across the body like this. You'll take your right arm, create a hook, and draw it in. This way we get a nice stretch through the rear deltoid of the shoulder. That's just the muscle, the back portion of the shoulder. This is great because this is what's going to be affected when we get into Eagle Pose. And this would be considered a bind, just like this, just the way that I've kind of created this hook like this. This is a bind. We'll be doing more of that as we get into Eagle. Let's go ahead and release, go ahead and re-extend the arm, and then back down. Let's do the other side. Extending the right arm, let's bring it across the body and use the left arm as a hook, binding, and a little pull for that stretch. Again, affecting kind of in this rear portion, the back portion of the shoulder muscle. And of course, some deep breathing to go along with that. One more breath. And let's go ahead and release and relax the arms. Maybe another movement here, just circle the shoulders a couple of times backward and then forward. And let's change our posture. Let's come to our hands and knees. Now, if you need some padding, go ahead and grab a blanket or a towel or even double up on your mats. That way you have some padding for your knees and hands here. Cat and cow, starting with cow pose. Inhale, just tip the head up. Lead with your heart, arch the back and let the pelvis tip back so you create this back bend. Exhale, start with the back end. Tuck the pelvis under, feel your belly button pull up towards spine. Let the back round, chin to chest. And just continue to flow through these 2 poses. We're affecting the spine and the hips, but although the shoulders and arms are not in motion, they are being affected because the torso is moving. It's very subtle. Finish the breath that you're on and take 2 more breaths. And then just come to stillness, holding for a moment. Let your gaze or focus look directly down between the thumbs so you have a nice neutral neck. Now, if you are using some padding, let's go ahead and remove the pad so we can get set up for downward facing dog. Come back to hands and knees, and let's set it up. Let's start by stepping the hands forward so your hands and wrists are out from underneath the shoulders. Do spread out your fingers so you get a stretch between each finger. Lean or press into your palms to open up the hands. Strong straight arms here. Now tuck your toes. We'll do one more cat-cow. Inhale, look up for cow, arching the back. Exhale, rounding into cat pose. Hold cat pose. Make sure toes are tucked. Lift knees and send your hips into the air. And slowly send your chest and head down between the arms. Adjust the feet if you need to. Maybe adjust the hands. Hold here for a moment and just observe your own body in this posture. Strong hands still pressing into the floor. Strong straight arms. This too is affecting the strength of your shoulders. Let's go right into a lunge. Let's step the left foot to center for balance. Pick up right foot and extend the right leg straight back. Reach. Then exhale to step right foot to the top of the mat, landing behind the right wrist is good. Turn left heel to the floor, shifting the body weight back. Usually you have to step the hands back to get more weight in that back foot. So now your hands feel light. So you can easily start to lift. You may even bring your hands up to your thigh, push into thigh to help you rise up until you're nice and tall. Then inhale, take both arms straight up into the air. Let's hold here for a moment. Good. We'll breathe in. On the exhale, turn to your left, bringing arms down to parallel. You'll be in Warrior 2. Let's adjust the feet. Maybe take a slightly wider stance. Warrior 2. Making sure the right knee and toes are pointing forward. This back leg is relatively straight. I have my toes slightly turned out for a good hip flexor release. Meanwhile, arms are parallel to the floor, building good strength and endurance here. Side angle pose. Let's reach out to angle the upper half of the body, then rotate the arms. Now you can bring your hand or arm down to the thigh, or even reach down towards the floor with this right hand. I think I'm going to bring my forearm to the thigh. Meanwhile, left hand's going to reach up overhead, and then slowly start reaching beyond my head here towards the front of the room. Reach and stretch. I'm getting a wonderful stretch through the left side of the body. I'm going to bring it up and around and down. Big circle all the way around and turning my body forward, bringing both arms up, returning to Warrior 1, then exhale, fold. So we're just getting that nice big circle in the arm, affecting the shoulder. We want that. Let's rise up onto tiptoes behind. Nice alignment of the hips. Press firmly into the mat with the hands. Let's slide right foot back. There's plank pose. Take a breath in. On the exhale, soften the knees a little bit. Send your hips into the sky. Head and chest sink between the arms. Adjust the feet. Adjust your hands. We'll do the same sequence other side. If you'd like, stepping right foot to center for balance. Pick up left foot and extend the left leg back. And exhale to step left foot to the top of the mat. Landing, right heel to the floor, shifting the weight back into that foot. Find that balance. Once you have it, start to rise. Bring hands to thigh if you'd like. A little extra support as you rise up. Get nice and tall. Finish with an inhale, taking both arms up into the air. Exhale to settle into Warrior 1. Good breathing here. All right, breathe in. Exhale, turn to your right. Arms come down to parallel. Warrior 2. Make some adjustments with your feet. Settling into your pose. Let's pause for a moment. While you're here, you might just check in with your alignment and strength up top. Side angle pose. Let's follow the left arm forward. Rotate the arms. either hand on thigh, forearm on thigh, or straight arm on the inner thigh. Again, I'm just going to bring the forearm to the thigh, reaching straight up into the air with the right arm. Then just continue to reach overhead. This right arm comes closer to my right ear. Reach, good extension, feeling the stretch through the right side of the body. Getting this full mobility through the shoulder. I'm reaching up and then out to the back of the room, dropping it down, starting to turn my body towards my front knee. Both arms free, reach forward and then up. Return to warrior one, inhale. Exhale, hinge and fold. Hands to the floor, rise up onto tiptoes behind you for a nice hip alignment. Strong hands pressed into the floor, slide left foot back, plank pose. Then soft knees, hips to sky, return to down dog. Tiny tiptoe forward, adjust the hands, settle into down dog for a moment. And then step both feet forward, maybe just to the center of your mat until your feet are flat on the ground, and then slide your fingertips toward your toes. Feel free just to hang heavily forward here for a moment. And then we'll stand up completely, shifting weight into the heels, bend your knees to lower your hips, lifting to extend the spine. I like to place hands on thighs here again. Press and just lift up partially, maybe to 45 degrees, hold. Then as you're able, make sure you have good balance, extend the arms out to the side. Drive the heels down into the floor to help you straighten the legs to stand up tall, reaching both arms up into the air. Then exhale, arms return to your side. Very good. Alrighty. Mountain pose. We're going to move right into our eagle pose. I'm actually going to turn around so I don't get my left and right mixed up. Alrighty, so you can just follow me. So an eagle pose, it's a binding posture. So I'm going to turn around here. All right, first you're going to inhale and take the arms out and up slowly. Exhale, slowly bring the arms out and down. You're going to pay attention to your left arm. Okay, you're going to bring the left arm down and behind or underneath the right arm at the elbows. I'm just turning so you can just see this. You're going to cross right here at the elbows. Flip your palms forward and then bring the arms up like that. Then as you're able, either stay here if that feels okay for your shoulders, but if you're able, wrap the arms. This is the binding part. Let me turn this way again. And you can see, since the arms are forward and drawing forward, it does affect the rear deltoids or the back parts of the shoulders. Now I'm going to bend my knees slightly, shift my weight into right foot. I'm going to pick up the left foot, cross this left leg entirely over the right leg. Now for balance, you can just set those toes on the floor or even bring a block over here. Okay, so you might do that, or if you can, you might wrap this entire foot around the calf, which I'm unable to do. So I just squeeze the legs together. Again, if you need some more balance, set the toes on the floor. I'm going to turn this way for a moment. So you want to get that binding, squeezing effect. So I'm squeezing the legs tightly together. I'm lifting my elbows slightly so they're at shoulder level, squeezing the arms. This is eagle pose. Balancing, binding, affecting the shoulders. To come out of the pose, let's uncross the legs, plant the feet for good balance. Let's unravel these arms, reaching out and up. Then exhale, arms return to your side. Very nice. So that's eagle. Maybe shake things out a little bit, and we'll do the other side. Okay, I'm just going to turn around once again. Let's inhale, extend the arms out and up. Exhale, slowly bring the arms down. You're going to pay attention to the right arm over here. Bring the right arm down and underneath or behind the left, crossing at the elbows. Flip the palms forward. Lift the arms. You kind of make a little hammock for this left elbow, sitting in the hammock of the right arm. Keep arms like this if that feels better for the shoulders, or if you're able, wrap them up. Once you've got it in place, soften the knees. I'm bending the knees a little bit. Send weight over now into left foot. Pick up right foot, cross right leg entirely over the other. So there's no spaces. Set the toes on the floor for balance, or just really squeeze the legs together, or if you're able, you can wrap this foot around the left calf. Squeeze a little tighter in the legs, even your belly to help with balance, engaging your core, lifting the elbows a bit to get to shoulder level if that feels okay, squeezing the arms. The eagle pose. One more breath. And when we're done, we'll unravel the legs first, plant the feet so you have balance. Let's unwrap the arms, reach out and up. Let's just keep this in motion. On the exhale, let's fold forward, hinging at the hips, bend the knees, make your way down. Let's pause and forward fold so you can just feel this complete release. Even feel free to shake out the arms a little bit. Inhale, slide hands up to the shins or knees to extend spine. Exhale, fold. Getting low enough, placing hands on the mat. Let's step the feet back, plank pose, hold. Another shortcut to down dog. Bend your knees slightly, send your hips into the air. Head and chest sink between the arms. Hold for a breath. And we'll finish. Come down to your knees. Sit back briefly in hero. If you'd like, bring in a blanket or a pillow to sit on. We'll finish our practice here. Just returning to the breath, just as we did at the beginning of the practice. A nice full breath in, fill up your lungs. Exhale. One more time. Very nice. Settle in, feel the relaxation. Thank you so much for joining me in this practice. One last movement to finish. Inhale, extend your arms out and up. As you exhale, bring your palms together and down to your heart, taking one more full and complete breath on your own. And as we come to the close of our practice together, we bow, saying, Namaste. Thank you so much for watching and participating in this yoga lesson. To help us with the channel so we can continue to bring you more content, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. It's really appreciated. Namaste.